Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
We think pretty is pretty important in all things in beauty. Welcome to RadioAMB, designed for those who want to live a long and vibrant life. I'm Patty Smucker, a licensed cosmetologist who's been in the beauty industry for over 40 years. RadioAMB, which stands for American Made Beauty, is where we tell the secrets behind the making of health and beauty products. Our segment sponsor today is AmericanMadeBeauty.com, a beauty platform designed to help consumers find beauty companies that are implementing the industry's best practices to bring you quality products and services. Go to AmericanMadeBeauty.com to find products and services that meet a strict set of standards that reflect their American heritage. If you'd like to sample some of our American-made products, click on the virtual beauty box, and you can have selected products sent directly to you. You know, I started in the beauty industry the summer between my junior and senior year in high school when I enrolled in beauty school. I was never really interested in hair or fashion or actually even girly things. It was just a means of developing a skill that drew me into the business. Once in the business, however, my passion for the art of beauty and the connection with people began. That's why I'm excited for you to meet my guest today, to share the inspiring story of a family that invented the concept of a place the family goes together to get their hair cut. During our feature segment, we'll meet the founder and CEO of the largest privately owned chain of hair salons in the country, Dennis Ratner. Dennis will take us back to the inspirational story from his father's salon in the Washington, D.C. area and how he and his first wife, Anne, sketched the idea of what would become the Hair Cuttery salons on the back of a napkin over dinner. During our second segment, we'll learn what makes the company unique and how they shape the Ratner Company culture and work to support 12,000 employees growing professionally and financially. We'll use the last two segments to look to the future, how Dennis is transitioning new leadership into the business to continue their success. So let's start by telling you a little bit more about our guest. As the founder and CEO of the largest privately owned chain of hair salons in the country, Dennis Ratner exemplifies a hairstylist with a dream. His entrepreneurial spirit and belief that a successful salon is one built around the salon professional guides the growth of the Ratner Companies. Today, Ratner Companies has grown to nearly 1,000 salons with both value and upscale brands that include Hair Cuttery, Bubbles, Salon Salut, Spa, and salon booth rental concept, Salon Plaza. Cebu, a professional product line of shampoo, conditioners, and styling products, are exclusively distributed in the upscale salon and hair cuttery salons. Ratner Companies operates from its Vienna, Virginia location and employs 12,000 employees nationwide. Welcome, Dennis. We're thrilled to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
So, Dennis, tell us a little bit. I know from my reading and reading some things on the internet and your website that it started as a family business. Your dad had a salon in the Washington, D.C. area.
That's correct. He started his salon, and he had one salon. He founded it in 1936. And so I kind of grew up around the dinner table with that kind of family, discussion around that, and it was really quite a unintentional education to be part of that.
And at what point did you start actually physically working in the business?
Well, I'll give you a little brief history of myself. I was a very poor student in high school. After high school, I went into the United States Army Reserve, came out, and quite frankly, I didn't have anything to do. And Louis, my dad, really had a heart-to-heart talk with me and said, son, if you want to live in this home, you're going to have to be able to make a living, and you have many choices. If you do not want to go to college, you've got to go to trade school. So the natural thing for me to do, because he was already had one store in the hair salon business, I decided to go to beauty school, of which I did. And 9 months later, I became a licensed professional hairstylist. Then I went on to New York to live 2 months in a hotel where Robert Fiance had a high fashion school. It was the Vidal Sassoon of the day. And I came back, and I was really a relatively accomplished professional hairstylist. And I worked in our flagship salon, which was in downtown Washington, D.C. And quite frankly, all my friends were in college, and I was working part-time, and I was a little bored after about 6 months. And 9 months into it, Louis, my dad, encouraged me to go out and open a branch store for the family, of which I did. And at age 19, that was my first branch salon for our original family, and I was off and running. So at age 19, I opened my first store. So I was kind of like a prodigy because, again, not having any kind of formal education, after opening that first store, I got into the swing of things, and I decided that I really wanted to get educated in the things that interested me. And so I started going to seminars, asking a lot of questions, and actually Louis, my dad, was my first mentor, and I would talk about mentoring a little later in this interview, but I'm a huge believer that everybody needs to be mentored to grow their careers.
And what was it that you really grasped a hold of when you opened up that first business? What was sort of the big ahas for you in terms of opening that first business?
It was always working with people. I always had a heart for people and their stories and their challenges and why they do certain things. I always had the big heart. I don't know why. Maybe it was the universal gift that was given to me, but I always had that people, the people skills came naturally to me.
And do you think that was part of, you mentioned as far as your father being such a great mentor, was he also great with people?
He was good with people, but I think that my stint in the Army, looking around at all different kinds of people and behaviors and things like that, really gave me a little deeper understanding that people come from all walks of life, and as long as you're a human being, you got an opportunity to do something different, to make a difference.
And so tell us a little bit about working with your dad.
Well, he was my first mentor, and along with my brother, who was 18 months older, who really joined the family business a year before I did. And really, just really soft skills, technical things, and just learning a little about finance. And I did go to school at night to learn about a little finance for a non-financial person. And so my education started, but again, it was not formal. It was really from the seat of the pants, really picking and choosing what was going to be good for me in where I wanted to go in this hair industry, because that was my chosen field.
And so you opened up the new location, and how was it that it progressed and that you decided to move out from the business with your dad?
Well, it was 10 years. I worked with my first family for 10 years, but during those 10 years, I met this little English lady named Ann Robinson. Subsequently, we got married, and quite frankly, her and I, because she came from the UK, she came over to the United States, to Washington, D.C., with all the new cutting techniques and that was happening in the UK. Then all of a sudden, the late 60s and the very early 70s, really 1970, Vidal Sassoon came from London to America, and he brought with him the cliche of unisex hairstyling. And Ann and I, we wanted to do something a little different, and so I made an arrangement arrangement with my original family that I would continue opening hair salons for the family, but I wanted to go on my own to do something a little different, a little more progressive than the traditional beauty salon platform that was really the motif of the day, shampoo and sets, permanent waves, and things along those lines. So at that point in time, there was a guy named Paul Mitchell who was an advocate of Vidal Sassoon. He had opened a high fashion school in New York City. Ann went to work directly under Paul Mitchell himself twice. In 1970, 71, and came back, and she was our first trainer. She was the trainer of the haircut, and Ann was a highly accomplished hair cutter, hairdresser herself, and she learned all to refine her skills under Paul Mitchell himself. And we were off and running, and we started that whole company for $5,000. That's all the money I had in the world. One night over dinner, we just banged out a very embryonic business plan of a name. I thought of the name, a pricing strategy, and what to appeal. And in those days, in 1970, McDonald's was just ramping up. I had studied McDonald's, their model, and they went for the kids, and they brought in the adults. And quite frankly, I modeled our first several years after that McDonald's model. And quite frankly, we caught a wave, and it worked because we were the first value-priced unisex chain, and actually Supercuts started the same year over on the West Coast, and they franchised, and I was always company-owned, and I started at the same time on the East Coast in the Washington, D.C. area.
Now, the whole idea of being able to offer a value proposition, though, started with your dad. Wasn't he the one that sort of invented this whole concept of a value proposition around permanent waves, right?
Yes, he was known as $5 Louie, and he was giving high volume work out of one salon. He had 50 hairdressers working in that salon, and they were banging out $5 permits. I was a specialist. I could wrap a perm in 15 minutes with a pair of gloves on. So it was quite a factory, but it was very highly successful. And he actually never wanted to open more than one store until my brother Warren and myself came into the business. And then he saw that we needed, more locations to support the family, and that's why he encouraged me. He saw that I was bored. He saw that I was enthusiastic, and he always said he knew I would follow through on things that I set out to do. And so he is one that encouraged me, and he was my first mentor and mentored me in many, many things during my first several years in business.
And when you think about mentors, and you mentioned your dad a number of times, who were some of the other people that you studied? You mentioned McDonald's. Were there other strong influences in the beginning?
Well, there was, because I had already started learning and studying the universal laws of life. Now, you could go to any Bible, whether you're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, they all have the same universal laws. And I really studied these universal laws for about 2 years solid. And quite frankly, I figured out that I didn't have to know what and how they worked or why they worked. All I had to do was execute them. It took me a while to figure out that I could never learn why they worked, but I studied them, and I read many, many case studies on people that executed these concepts for themselves, and they became very successful. So I just decided, I put my stake in the ground, and I made a commitment to myself that I would execute these universal laws for myself that really accelerated my people skills, my determination, my persistence, and my focus. And those things really paid off for me when I really understood that if you really accelerate these concepts, that they would have a chance to work. And I was very fortunate because they did work for me.
And so, for our audience, tell us what are those universal laws that you sort of put a stake in the ground around?
I will give you a few. No matter what you are, or who you are, how old you are, makes no difference. When you put effort into anything, the reward you receive from the effort you put in will be commensurate to the effort, commensurate to the focus. So if you put 100% effort into anything, you're going to get a reward for that. The aspect of attitude, I call it the magic word. The glass is half full. When you really communicate and deal with people, do it with a real clear, positive outlook, meaning that you really do unto others as you would want done to you. Mm-hmm. Everybody hears these things, but so few people really execute them, and they don't even put these concepts in schools or college education because they're so very important. So attitude is the magic word. Then the aspect of persistence, never giving up. If you believe in something and you've got passion for something, stick with it. Don't flip-flop around. Stick with it and study others. Study others that are successful in somewhat related things that you're doing. And then I've always believed in the top of every industry, the top is empty. And meaning that the top, when you reach the pinnacle of your industry, there's very few people that can achieve that. And you achieve it by focus, persistence, the consistency, and the drive of relentlessness. And then, the rest is crowded. And so I always was fascinated, and I read study after study, case study of people who really made it to the top and the pinnacle of their industry. And quite frankly, there was really a lot of compadre and a likeness on the things that I was doing. And I just stuck with my knitting, and I kept on driving and doing the right thing by people, and presto, time goes like a bullet.
And, it's interesting that, you talk about these various different things, no matter who you are, what you are, the efforts that you put into things, the reward is going to come back to you equally to the effort that you put in. The whole idea about attitude and never giving up and, don't flip-flop around. All of these aspects are those golden rules that people have heard over and over again. What do you think is the attribute that you have that's allowed you to stay focused? Because it's one thing to hear about it, it's another to execute on it. How do you stay focused?
I stay focused because I internalize things, and I am driven to continue my education so I have a better understanding, number one. Number two is that I study other people who are doing the same thing in other industries that I admire, and I study them and I apply those principles to what I'm doing, and I just continue focusing, and driving and just working with the most positive of attitude from the people that I work with. And as I've gone again, I think that anybody can achieve things because my education really started by myself because I really had an interest in improving myself. I wanted to continue to improve myself and demonstrate to the people that I grew up with that I had value.
And so that I love that part, that it's really, you started out, went to high school and basically cosmetology school, and everything else has been self-taught. What were some of the other people outside of the industry that you looked to for education?
I've had many mentors along the way from as I grew. I never even knew how to be a president of a company, and I went and found a course by the American Management Association. It said a course for presidents, and when I went to that week course, I didn't learn a thing about being president, but what I did learn was planning. And by the way, I failed to mention the universal laws. The most important law is goal setting, GOAL. Mm-hmm. Make your goals challenging and achievable, and business planning is nothing more than sophisticated goal setting. And I've been goal setting since I was 20 years old. And when you make goals and you make them challenging and achievable, you will get in the habit. And if you make them challenging and achievable, as you achieve your goals, set new goals. And the most powerful thing anybody can do, and this is not rocket science, you don't have to be a PhD, doctorate, anything. All you got to do is use common sense. Set those goals and put them in writing. The written goal is one of the most powerful tools any human being can do for themselves.
So all of that led to today. You went from just the beginning of the hair cuttery business. Tell us what the business is today.
Today, business today and retail today, it is changing so rapidly, number one. Number two, the laws of our society today make it even more difficult. The beauty schools, gainful employment, I could go on and on and on, the roadblocks and the challenges that this industry faces today and all businesses faces today through technology and competition with franchising today. Everybody is after the same business. Everybody is after the same hair professional licensed stylist. So the briskness and the competitiveness today is like never before. So what do you do to be competitive? Well, there are many, many things that one can do, and we have decided through a vision that I've had to reinvent this company, as I have on three occasions. I reinvented the company when I left my first family business and started Hair Cuttery. We reinvented the business when we went and adopted the people-first principles and created a leadership environment versus a management environment, which is people-first, which is coaches, mentors, and facilitation versus telling people what to do, when to do, and how to do it. And this is our third reinvention that we're right now undertaking, and we're moving from no appointments to more focused on appointments. We're focusing on the growth of our people, and we want to really have our declaration this time is grow our people and their earnings. And when you make a statement like that, grow our people and their earnings, we are dedicated to grow our people, and that has tremendous meaning. We're putting and investing tremendous resources in training our people to have better people skills, to really give them better products to sell, to really enable them to build higher commissions based on measurable performance.
Okay, so let's take a break there. That's perfect, and I love to hear. So we're going to when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about those three stages and where you are now with growing your people. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Shh, over here. Here's a secret for a virus-free computer. ESET. They've been a pioneer in the antivirus industry for over 25 years. 25 years of innovative, top-rated antivirus protection. ESET's award-winning security solutions provide a safe online experience for over 100 million home and business computer owners. They are so affordable, fast, and simple to use. So be gone, you blue screen of death. ESET's on my computer. If it's not on yours, visit HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on ESET now.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
What does HealthyLife.net and Amazon.com have in common? Well, they're both available on the Internet. They both give great value. But most important, most of our positive program hosts and guests are accomplished authors, and their books are available from, you got it, Amazon.com. Now, it even gets better than that, because when you're listening on air to a HealthyLife.net host or guest, you can go directly to Amazon.com, and you can order your book while you're still listening to your favorite HealthyLife.net program. So when you hear an author you like, go to the homepage of HealthyLife.net and click on Amazon.com.
Where positive people and radio unite. HealthyLife.net.
I'm Patty Smucker, and you're listening to RadioAMB on HealthyLife.net. We're here with the incredibly enthusiastic founder and CEO of the largest privately owned chain of hair salons in the country, Dennis Ratner. So, Dennis, you've talked in this first segment about these three reinventions of the company, starting first with Hair Cuttery, and then basically moving the business into where you are today. Well, I'm missing the second one. The first one was Hair Cuttery, right?
Was leadership.
Leadership.
And it's very clear. Every company, every family has a culture. Mm-hmm. And usually, and I would say 99% of the time, that culture manifests over time, and it just happens by happenstance. What I learned at Darden, and again, being self-educated, I've gone to many seminars, I network with many people, I read ferociously business books and case study history on successful people, and I have mentors. But I found a course at the UVA at the Darden School, and this course was on changing the way you do business. And during that week, I learned and read case study after case study that if you, and this is a big aha, we learned and I learned how to intentionalize a culture, meaning you plan for the culture. So it was a natural segmentation for me, because I was already a professional planning company, to really move that plan to plan for a culture. And that culture surrounded a people-centric organization, meaning placing our people first. And we developed, and the people in the company developed these things. I had the framework, but people in the company developed a mission, a vision, and values. And we've stuck with this for over 25 years, and it has really tremendously made a difference. And that was the second reinvention of who we are. And I've only made, from that, I came back and made a declaration that we were no longer going to be a management-style company. We were going to be a leadership company. And leaders, they, as I said earlier, they mentor, they coach, and they facilitate. They don't tell people what to do, when to do, and how to do things. That is true leadership, is when you're a coach and you're a mentor.
And so now the third reinvention, tell us a little bit about how you're doing that, and how you're taking the next iteration in creating culture.
Well, my second declaration was incorporating WOW service into our culture, to provide WOW service with a smile back guarantee. And over 25 years, I just this last fall announced my third declaration, which is grow our people and their earnings. And we've taken our culture to a new level through passion and purpose that equals prosperity. And we're still people-focused. We've reiterated and are digging in more towards the people and the guests coming in the doors. So we're really providing extraordinary training, and the goal, GOAL, the goal of this organization is to be the premier training company in America for this industry. And I will tell you that that is my absolute goal. That is my absolute determination. And I tell you that we are going to be investing in the people, plant, and systems, technology to support that declaration of growing our people and their earnings. Everything we're going to be doing is for the people in this organization, to treat them with respect, love. It's a family business. We're a love company, and we love our people, and we all want everybody to do well, and we want people that want to earn a better living. Those are the because we're commission-based. We've never wavered from that. This is for Hair Cuttery brand. I've got other brands I could talk long and hard about also, but the Hair Cuttery brand with 900 stores, that's the main focus. And really growing those people, and then really providing an extraordinary customer service a la the Four Seasons or the Ritz-Carlton to make those people want to come back and purchase more retail and really send their friends, neighbors, and relatives to build up that professional stylist request clientele that will enable them to earn a better living and grow their career through higher prices and higher commissions.
Now, you have a number of different brand names of stores, and of which you have purposely worked these various different strategies. Tell us about the brand names and their positionings.
Okay, well, first let me say this, that I've studied this industry for 50 years. I know what's going on in this industry. I mean, I'm friends with John Paul DeJuria, many manufacturers, and I believe I have a pulse of the industry. When I look around the industry, there is nobody that does career pathing where a professional stylist, a salon professional, could go from brand to brand and not lose any kind of benefits or anything that we provide as it relates to retirement and savings and education. And so we've got not only Hair Cuttery, we've got then the Bubble Salon Group that is really starting to expand now, and then we're in the chair rental under two brands. One is called Salon Plaza, which is a company-owned brand, and then we have a brand called My Salon Suites, which is really a franchise. And our vision is to grow from once a salon professional gets their license out of the school, they can join Hair Cuttery and then move up to Bubbles for their career path. And then if they really choose to be in business for themselves, they can go into the chair rent or the suites operation. So we believe we've got a platform that equals to none in this industry. And the beauty part of it is that we are a love company. We are a family business, and we're for the salon professional. Everything we do, it's not about dollars for the ownership. It's about dollars for the people that work in this company, so they know that they've got a family, and they're part of the family, and they're part of this love fest that we want to provide, so everybody feels great.
And so you mentioned earlier about the fact that part of that second iteration, moving from management to leadership, you developed a vision, mission, and values.
Yes.
Are those still sustaining and part of what's created this new platform?
Yes, and I studied why companies fail at that and why companies are sustainment and flourish, and there are really clearly defined reasons, and it comes down to one big, huge word, and it starts from me, and that word is commitment. Commitment. That is a powerful, powerful word. Mm-hmm. When the owner and the principal, the founder, CEO is committed, then everybody understands there's no wavering. It is, again, going back to your first question, focus, focus, focus.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, we've heard about a variety of different things, and I want to, when you think about this next iteration, you mentioned the fact no appointments. We've only got about a minute left, but what is your one thing that is going to set this new direction apart from anything else that you've done?
It's the commitment to succeed and the declaration to grow our people. Our focus is growing our people through education, training, giving them the inspiration, the motivation to really take the guests coming into the door and really give them the wow factor with a guarantee. That really separates us. And then the people working in this organization, I want them to feel the love that they deserve and the respect, admiration as a professional stylist.
Great. All right. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll learn something about what the organization calls the Hope Journey. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call EarthChannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap state. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
Radio your way. HealthyLife.net.
Thank you for staying with us. And if you're just joining us, I'm Patty Smucker hosting RadioAMB on HealthyLife.net. We're here with Dennis Ratner, the founder and CEO of the largest privately owned chain of hair salons in the country. Dennis, tell us a little bit about the Hope Journey.
Well, the Hope Journey, H-O-P-E, help our people excel. That is really our focus. Again, being a intentionalized culture, meaning all about our people, giving respect, admiration, training to the nth degree so our people can really grow their careers. And now with our latest declaration, grow our people and their earnings, our total focus is on that person behind the chair, the licensed professional stylist, to grow their people, to grow their people skills, to grow them as humans, to really give them education on financial training, to get them out of debt, to help them be able to buy their own homes, purchase cars, pay off their credit cards. We want our people to feel fantastic. We want our people to feel they're part of a family. We want our people to feel the love factor that we manifest from every aspect of who we are. And so the hope journey, helping our people excel, that is the journey that we're all on. And who would criticize the aspect and really keeping people for a longer time through our career pathing, through really with the declaration of growing our people so they can continue growing their careers within each brand. And if they want to move from brand to brand, we encourage that. But again, with the training and the education and really measurable performance, meaning rebooking, request clientele, hair color we're focusing on now like never before, because America is really accelerating in hair color. You can't get that on the internet. And then really, no, you can go everybody uses shampoo, everybody uses conditioner, finishing products. We know they're buying them from somewhere. And so we're encouraging through education and training and trial to really have each guest coming in to buy their home hair care needs from our salons, and we're very competitively priced. So really our focus is all around our people and the guests coming in the door.
Now, what I find really interesting in hearing the story, particularly as someone who grew up in the business, most other companies are at a loss as to what to do with this evolution of the industry. And for those of you who are consumers listening to the program, we have businesses, salon professionals. The norm has been you go to work for a salon in a commission scenario, and hairdressers get to a point where they're fully booked and grown to a point where they feel they want to go out on their own, and then they go to work in a booth rental salon, which means that they're their own business person, but now they're sort of on their own. And what you've done, Dennis, is to be able to create these various different brands still under the Ratner Company umbrella, in which people can have a career path to go from one stage of development of their career to another, and to be able to help our people excel. What was the aha moment that brought you to understand this evolution and to create this platform for your company?
I will tell you clearly. When you study other entrepreneurs, and I, Dennis Ratner, I am a textbook entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs are visionaries. Now, I don't know why. Maybe it's just through osmosis. Maybe it's because I've been in this industry for 55 years. I don't know why. I don't have all the answers. But for some reason, I see things differently. I saw change coming years ago. Every time we've reinvented and re-engineered, I've seen it 3 or 4 years ahead of the time, because it's not a light switch, it's a dimmer switch, it's a process. Everything we do takes time, it takes energy, it takes investment, it takes patience, and I just know in my heart of hearts that when I saw things differently 3 or 4 years ago, I saw things changing so rapidly that we had to do things differently to be able to sustain this organization for the people. And quite frankly, I'm 73 years old, and I have more energy, enthusiasm, and motivation than I've ever had in my life. And I am here for the people. I want the people to excel. And so I've really led the company. We are affiliated with Peter Mahoney. We've got Phil Horvath, who's an industry icon. Peter's an industry icon, and no company is any good without a strong back office organization. And these are the kind of things that really, really accelerate and create sustainment of visions. And I had that vision to really drive change, to be able to meet the times that are happening now, because things are changing so rapidly. So I don't have the answer of why. I just execute what I know is right for the people.
But you captured it, and that is, as an entrepreneur, we see things different. You look ahead. You're able to see. I just spent some time in Palo Alto with the Institute for Future Thinking, and the big takeaway that I got, because like you, I'm self-taught. The big takeaway that I got is that you have to watch signals. Those Those are those things that are happening that are not the everyday, but if you can identify them and say, so what? You see something, so what? What does that mean?
That's why I got into the chair rental to the suites business.
Right.
I saw that over 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was not going away. I had to get into it.
Right. Right. So tell us about, we're going to talk about Phil Horvath in a little bit, Horvath, but tell us a little bit about Peter Mahoney.
Peter Mahoney is an industry icon. He is headquartered in Canada. He's got a chain of salons in Halifax, Canada. And 25 years ago, I collaborated with him to help me change from management to leadership to intentionalize the culture. And he has become one of the industry's icon trainers for career pathing and for growing their careers. And he worked with Phil at a company called Ulta. And I've just been affiliated with Peter for 25 years. And again, training. The focus is training, and that training creates the sustainment mechanism to really have this company be continue to be one of the most successful organizations in this industry has ever seen and had. And again, really creating and sustaining the love factor for the people and all the things, the familyness, all the things that reach the hearts and souls of the people, because that's where my heart's at, is with the hearts and souls of the people, to see everybody excel and be satisfied and happy, the happiness factor.
Right. Now, how much of your family is still involved with the business?
6 of us. We're still 6. Myself, my brother, who still is with me, Ann Ratner. I work with my first wife, and look, family and business is not easy,
mm-hmm.
and we've proven it can be done. We work at it, we talk, and the hardest things in family, whether you're together or divorced, is the word honesty. Yes. So I've got 1 minute left. I guess the familyness factor, and I've got 2 daughters and a nephew, so there's 6 of us in this family business. And we love what we do, and we're dedicated to the salon professionals.
And the whole idea, what you said, it's a family business, but the success to it is talking and honesty and being able to stay together. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to take our last break, and when we come back, because this has gone really fast, it's very exciting, we're going to focus on how Dennis plans to continue to grow the company through attracting more great people. So stay with us.
I'd love to talk about that.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need, from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap state. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
Oh, man, it never fails. My suitcase just got ripped apart.
Life is a journey. Make it a pleasant one. Use Samsonite. You know the name. For almost a century, Samsonite luggage has proved itself to be the worldwide leader in innovative travel solutions. Let it be yours. Visit HealthyLife.net's affiliate Samsonite on our homepage and click to look at the fine luggage from suitcases to golf travel bags. And don't forget, take a look at their travel accessories. Make life a journey, a pleasant one, with Samsonite.
HealthyLife.net. where positive overcomes negative.
I'm Patty Smucker coming to you from HealthyLife.net, hosting RadioAMB. We're wrapping up our last segment with a man who is leading one of the teams that continue to shape the way American families are experiencing professional beauty, Mr. Dennis Ratner. Dennis, tell us a little bit. It's been an exciting time. I'm just so thrilled to have this opportunity to get to know you a little bit, and I hope that we'll have some more opportunities to do this. But tell us something about passion, purpose, and prosperity.
Passion, purpose, and prosperity. That supports our last declaration, the declaration that I have given to our universe of 1,000 stores with 12,000 plus people. Grow our people and their earnings through purpose, passion, on the way to prosperity. And these words are so important because passion can be learned. Passion can be learned by setting goals and by achieving those goals, making those goals challenging and achievable. And again, we pride ourselves as an organization to be a planning organization. That is just a more sophisticated way of goal setting. So we know how to set goals. We know how to execute the goals. We are committed to education and training of everybody, and we want to attract people through our big recruiting efforts to join our organization, to get on this wagon so they will take advantage of the free training and education that we provide, and not only for our salon professionals in behind the chair, but to help them understand that they can get out of debt. They could really pay off their credit cards. They could purchase homes, cars, and be part of the great American dream that all Americans are entitled to by being in this free enterprise country of America that we love. And so we really support the democratic way of life, and we are really supportive of our salon professionals to grow their careers, and our dedication is to grow our people. And that has a deep meaning if you understand, and we want everybody to understand, what does it mean to grow our people? That means to give them the education, to give them the constant training, to really provide them the best products, to give them the opportunities that they can raise their prices and earn a higher commission. Everything we do is surrounding the happiness and the accomplishment and the acceleration of our salon professionals.
When I look at everything that you're talking about, again, for those of our listeners who are outside of the profession, I mean, you are talking about doing something that will reinvent and reinvigorate an industry where so many hairdressers work for very little money. So it's very exciting to hear your commitment and where that passion and purpose that leads to prosperity is going to lead this industry. Right now, you have almost 1,000 salons, but they're mostly on the East Coast of the United States.
East Coast, and again, while we're digging in to create this new platform, we're not growing as fast because we want to be sure that we're doing everything the way it's supposed to be done, and then the rest of the country is waiting for us. We're east of the Mississippi, the greater Chicago area, New England, the greater Philadelphia area, Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland, District of Columbia, the state of Virginia, and the whole state of Florida. So the rest of the world is waiting for us to go into their cities to really give these opportunities for, and here's an important thing that I want everybody to hear. If you want to earn a better living, if you have the desire and the enthusiasm for this industry and you want to grow as a professional, we're the company to be with because we treat everybody with respect, admiration as professionals. We're a love company, we're a family company, and we love our people.
And so in order to do that, I know that it's taken some time to be able to not only dig in, to basically focus and take this next generation of your business. You're also attracting some great new people. Tell us a little bit about Phil Horvath that's joined your team.
Phil Horvath started in this industry like I did. He's 20 years younger than I am. He started in a family business in Denver, and they expanded it to San Francisco. And then his family, they didn't want to expand further, so they sold out to Regis. He went to work for Regis for a few years. He really didn't like the culture there. And then he ended up at Ulta, and he was there for 17 years through the high growth of Ulta. And then he just wanted to do something different and have an opportunity to run his own show. And he and I collaborated, and we decided we wanted to work together. And quite frankly, my goal is never to retire. My goal is to be in constant transition, and his goal was to run his own show and be president of a company and take it to the next level. And he is surely doing it. He's an organizational specialist. He's highly educated professionally and formally. He's got great common sense. He's got a heart like I do. He knows the industry, and he is what I call a winner. He's got heart and soul. He's got the disciplines. He understands business. He is a winner, and we've got a great relationship, and we're going to go to the moon, and he's just going to complement everything that I just stated during this interview. And I tell you, he buys into the love affair. He gets it. He's got heart and soul. So we're thrilled and excited, and he's a motivator. He inspires people, and he loves this industry.
So we're going to have an opportunity, and I'm thrilled. This was such an important story that we're actually doing two parts so that next week we'll be able to actually introduce Phil. But as we wrap up in these last 2 or 3 minutes of the show, tell us, Dennis, what your vision is. Where would you like to see this go in the next 3 to 5 years?
I will tell you clearly. My vision and my goal is for Ratner Companies, with all our brands, to be the premier training company in this industry in America. The premier. That is my ultimate goal. And it doesn't happen in a minute. But I will tell you that this is a company, this is a family that is willing to invest in people, in plant, which is salons, and growing consistently and under control, not crazy, and technology. So those three things will make this company the premier chain in America and give everybody that works in this company an opportunity to earn a better living, live a better life, and really understand that we as a company are dedicated to grow our people. And when you grow your people, they will grow their incomes because of their dedication to this industry and to their profession. And that's the key message. We want to be a highly professional company. We want to attract people that want to earn a better living. The day of just an hourly wage is not our model. If somebody wants to grow their career and grow their career through higher commissioned and higher prices, they will have that opportunity with our organization through the dedication and the training they will receive and their willingness, the word willingness. If you've got a willingness to enhance your career, 1 minute. So, again, I'm going to focus on the word commitment. We're committed to the salon business, the salon professionals, and we want to attract people that have a willingness. They want to grow their careers and be with a company that's going to be family to them with the love factor and really make it work for everybody. So we believe that we've got a very special thing, and we've got a great organization, and everybody understands that leaders, we all really want to be coached and mentored. No matter who you are or how old you are, your education never stops, and that's all we want. And I love giving this interview, and I hope it resonates.
Thank you, Dennis. It's really an honor to be with you. Thanks for sharing your story. And next week, join us again as we return for the second part of this interview with the new COO of the Ratner Group, Phil Horvath. So, Dennis, thanks again for being with us today. And for our audience, thanks for listening in to Radio AMB, where we think pretty is pretty important in all things in beauty.